Frame breaks don't start loud. They start strange. Most people try to win with logic. They explain, they argue, they defend. But high-level power doesn't break the frame with facts. It breaks the frame with disruption. Something unexpected. A line that doesn't follow. A sentence that doesn't belong, but hits like a cold slap. You say it, then stop. No emotion, no follow-up, no explanation, and suddenly, the other person pauses. Their rhythm breaks, their confidence flickers, their mind starts doing something it hates, recalculating. You didn't get louder, you didn't push harder, you just dropped something strange into the system, and the system crashed. This is the power of disruption phrases: short, sharp, offbeat, and completely incompatible with the narrative they were trying to control. You don't need to win the debate. You just need to interrupt the flow. Right moment, right sentence. Then silence. This video is about that tactic. The cold, quiet way to break someone's frame without saying more, just saying differently. Let's begin. Cold Linguistics, Volume 5. Tactical Disruption. Part 1. What is a disruption phrase? Voiceover optimized. A disruption phrase isn't a comeback. It's not witty, not clever. It's a break in the pattern, a glitch in the system, one sentence, off-beat, off-topic, but surgically placed. It stops the rhythm. They pause, they blink, they lose half a second of control. And that's all you need. It's short, it's cold, it comes with no emotion, no explanation, and zero follow-up. You don't say it to win, you say it to interrupt, to fracture the structure. They were trying to lead. Examples. That says more about you than me. Interesting assumption. You always deflect when you feel exposed. Then stop. Don't wait. Don't clarify. Don't repeat. Just drop it and hold the silence. They were leading the frame. Now they're stuck inside their own head, second-guessing everything. That's the move. Not domination, disruption. Fast, sharp, clean. Part 2. Why they work psychologically. The brain is wired for rhythm, for patterns, for flow. A conversation isn't just words. It's a system. And that system depends on predictability. Each sentence builds on the last. Each tone prepares the next. Until you break it. You drop something that doesn't fit. Something that doesn't follow the script. A phrase that's calm, but cold. Quiet, but dissonant. And suddenly, the system crashes. Their rhythm collapses. Their brain stutters, even for just a second. You own them. That moment, it's not just confusion. It's vulnerability. Because now they're no longer leading. They're recalibrating. They're trying to recover the flow they thought they controlled. You've made them question themselves. And that's all it takes to start reversing the frame. Disruption phrases work because they don't fight, they interrupt, they hijack mental rhythm. And the brain hates that, because when the brain can't predict, it hesitates. And when it hesitates, it hands over control. But that's not all. Disruption also triggers emotional self-exposure. Why? Because when someone feels unsettled, they start explaining. They start justifying. They try to close the gap you opened. And in doing so, they reveal more than they planned. So now, you've bought silence. You've made them think. You've taken away their lead, and you've forced them to speak from uncertainty, all with one line they didn't know how to respond to. That's not a reply. That's a weapon, used cold, used quiet, used right between their assumptions. Disruption isn't noise, it's friction, controlled and intentional. You don't overpower them, you make them stumble. So you can step in and reframe everything. Part 3. The Tactics. 5 Disruption Phrase Archetypes. You don't need many words. To break control, you just need the right line, at the wrong time, and say it like it was nothing. These are your tools. 5 types of disruption. 5 ways to fracture a frame. Let's go. 1. The mirror drop. Short, reflective, calm. That says more about you than me. Interesting how you went there. You're not defending, you're holding up a mirror and walking away. Now they're thinking, not speaking. That's the point. The frame twist. Used when someone's testing you, trying to provoke, trying to push. You don't react. You drop this. That's a question you ask when you're losing control. Feels like you're trying to lead this conversation somewhere. Now they look exposed because you named the move without playing into it. That kills momentum instantly. 3. The emotion interrupt. Disrupt emotional manipulation by calling it out. Flat, director, cold. Your energy's getting loud. You seem more upset than you want to admit. You're not matching their emotion, you're freezing it, locking it in a frame they can't escape. 4. The neutralizer. This one is surgical, used to strip power. From drama, threats, or tension, that doesn't change anything. Not relevant. Doesn't shift the outcome. No emotion, no resistance. Just indifference that cuts. It tells them whatever they just didn't work. 5. The void statement. Empty, vague, unshakable. That's not what this is. This isn't the conversation you think it is. It says nothing, but it shakes everything. The brain scrambles to define it, to anchor it, to challenge it. And it can't, because you didn't give them anything to hold on to. Just silence. Each phrase isn't meant to impress. It's meant to disrupt. Just enough. Just sharp enough. To shift power without raising your voice. No reaction. No follow-up. No softness. You say it. Then you stop. And in the space that follows, you take the lead. Part 4. When and how to use them. Timing is everything. A disruption phrase delivered too soon. Feels random. Delivered too late. Feels reactive. But when dropped at the exact moment, they think they're in control. It reverses the room. When to use it? 1. When they're trying to lead the frame, they're asking pointed questions, guiding the tone, cornering you with logic. You say, interesting where you're trying to take this, just like that. The floor shifts. 2. When they're using emotion to pressure you, raising their voice, using guilt, playing victim, you cut clean. Your energy's louder than your logic. No argument, just disruption. Now they feel exposed. 3. When they're escalating for reaction, they want you to snap. They want you to explain. They want a crack. You stay cold. That doesn't change anything. Then silence. They pushed. You didn't move. That breaks them. 4. When the conversation is going off script, too emotional, too messy, too chaotic, you pause, then drop, "This isn't what you think it is," or simply, "Not the direction I'm in." Now they have to slow down, adjust, rebuild their footing on your terms. How to use it. Low tone, calm, deliberate, never emotional. Short delivery, no build-up, no setup, just drop it. No follow-up, don't explain, don't soften. Let silence do the rest. No eye movement. Say it, hold still, let them shift. The key isn't what you say, it's how you end it. Cold, unmoving, closed. These phrases aren't meant to win the conversation. They're meant to reset it, to shatter the structure they thought they had control over. One sentence, dropped like a scalpel, then quiet. And from that silence, you take back everything. Part 5. Training Disruption Reflexes. Disruption isn't instinct, it's a skill, and like all power, it's trained. You don't wait for conflict to practice, you prepare in silence. So when pressure hits, you don't react, you disrupt. Step 1. Identify your weak spots. Think back. When do you fold? When do you explain too much? When do they pull you out of frame? Write those moments down, because that's where your disruptions belong. Step 2. Preload your disruption lines. Don't improvise under pressure. Prepare. For each situation, have 2 phrases ready. Example. When someone challenges your decision, that doesn't change anything. I said what I said. When someone gets emotional, your energy's getting loud. Let me know when you've reset. Load them, repeat them, make them automatic. Step 3. Practice the drop. In daily conversations, test them, not to escalate, not to provoke, but to observe. Watch how people respond. When you interrupt the rhythm, most won't know what to do. That's your training data. That's frame control in real time. Step 4. Master your body stillness. Your words are only half the weapon. The rest is in your stillness. After you speak, no fidgeting, no shifting, no nervous signals. Just hold, let silence hang, let them move first. Step 5. Reward yourself for disruption. Every time you drop a clean phrase, without explaining, without reacting, you win. Mark it, anchor it. Let your system know, this is the new default. We don't play defense anymore. The more you train this, the calmer you become. The colder you sound, the harder you are to read. And the easier it is to break anyone's frame before they even know it happened. Part 6. Conclusion. Disrupt to dominate. In any conversation, there's a rhythm, and whoever sets that rhythm leads. Most people follow it. They answer, they explain, they react. But cold communicators, they don't follow. They don't explain. They don't react. They interrupt. One phrase, offbeat, unexpected, and just like that, the frame breaks, the conversation freezes, the power flips, and the one who was leading now looks confused. You didn't fight, you didn't argue, you didn't even raise your voice, you just said something they didn't expect, and stopped. Disruption isn't chaos. It's surgical confusion. It's not volume, it's precision, used at the right moment. It rewires the entire dynamic. No resistance, no pushback, just one quiet cut. And everything shifts. From now on, you don't seek control, you take it. By refusing to play their rhythm, you pause, you break the pattern, you walk away, while they're still trying to figure out what just happened. That's not silence. That's domination. CTA. For the next 48 hours, watch every conversation. Don't chase control. Interrupt it. Say one line. That doesn't follow the rhythm. Then stop. Let them freeze. Let them stumble. Let them feel the shift. Because disruption isn't noise. It's a weapon.